So if you saw our other video about how to take apart a bunch of Costco pork shoulders, boneless, you saw that we basically took that entire package, broke it up into 4 pieces. We're going to smoke one big piece and we're going to roast this other piece. The other 2 pieces we're going to do other things with. But this is surprisingly, you don't have to do the slow cooking. And many people talk about a pork shoulder and pulled pork, and we are doing that with one of them, and it's fantastic that way. But you can actually roast this like a roast beef to just past rare. Obviously, you don't want rare pork, but just beyond rare. It's perfectly safe. It's wonderfully juicy and flavorful. All this fat gives it a huge amount of flavor. And the only thing is it might be a little tougher than rare roast beef would be, but if you slice it thin, it's not an issue. So we're going to roast this low and slow, but the first thing we need to do is season him up. And I've made a mixture here of a few tablespoons each, maybe 2 tablespoons each, of my seasoned salt and my seasoned pepper. You can get those recipes on the web, or you can buy them there if you don't feel like making them yourself. And so now I'm going to sprinkle them very well with these seasonings. You want them to have a good amount of seasoning. Now you could absolutely let this sit overnight and let the seasonings work their way into the meat. I find you don't really have to. The seasonings will work their way in as it cooks just fine. Okay, he's very, very well seasoned. We're going to put him on a rack, on a pan, and into a 200-degree oven. Before we put him in, we're going to put the meat thermometer into him. Now, it's a little tough making sure this isn't in a big old glob of fat, but we're going to just take our chances. Put him right in and set the meat thermometer to about 130, and then we're going to brown up the outside. But first, we just put them right into the oven, 200-degree oven. Don't know how long it's going to take. It's going to depend on the temperature of the roast. Well, it looks like my pork roast has hit 130, so we're going to take him out of the oven, let him sit for a few minutes to stabilize, and then pop him into a 500-degree oven to brown up for about 15 minutes. Well, my pork roast has been sitting here nicely and relaxing for a few minutes. We're going to put him into a 500-degree oven to crisp up the outside. But before we do, I'm going to remove the oven thermometer. These things are only safe up to about 400 degrees, and you'll destroy the temperature probe if you put it into a 500-degree oven. So 500 degrees for this pork roast for about 15 minutes. Well, I can hear the roast spattering like crazy in there, so it's sizzling nicely. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to take out my pork roast, see how we did. A little bit of smoke coming out. Beautiful. Wow. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Set him right there. And now that he's out of the oven, I can put the thermometer back in just to see where our temperature is going. Let him sit for about 20 minutes before we cut into him. So my pork roast has been sitting for about 20 minutes out of the oven. It was, remember, we crisped it up in a 500-degree oven after slow roasting it at 200. The temperature on the thermometer, it's stabilized at about 140, which is exactly where I want it to be. So let's go take a look at it and see how we did. And you can see it's just beautiful, crispy and juicy and brown on the outside. It's given off a little juice and a little fat into the pan, which we can use. The thing about carving these things is that you've got a bunch of different muscles running in a bunch of different directions. So there's no perfect way to do it. So just do it in thin slices, not too different from a chuck roast, because this is the chuck roast of a pig. So let's go ahead and cut into it. Oh, it's cutting like butter. Look at that. Oh, man. Very, very moist, very juicy. Fantastic. Whoever said you had to cook pork to 185 or 165, that's craziness. 140, perfectly safe, fully cooked all the way through, as you can see. Very juicy inside. Tender, flavorful. My goodness. Pork shoulder roasted as if it's a roast beef. Take it to just past medium rare and you're going to love it.